So what I found in Gstaad are cows and Prada ads, but now I want to show you the whole trip. I wanted to visit this town for quite some time, but I also wanted to be in nature, so I decided to go on a hike near the town and visit it afterwards. I had to change two trains to get to the starting point of the hiking trail, which started in Zweisimmen. The area looks like this, and the hiking trail goes from Zweisimmen to somewhere near Zannenmöser. After I arrived at the train station, I had to walk a few minutes to get to the gondola. Then I spent a few minutes in the gondola just admiring the surroundings, and I finally got to the actual starting point of the hiking trail. Then I got some pictures for the family group chat to let my mom know that I'm alive, because every time I tell her that I'm hiking, she thinks that I'm climbing K2 or something like that. Now, this hike was exactly the opposite, because while I was minding my own business, just walking around, a guy passed by me and he was wearing a pair of sneakers and what appeared to be a laptop bag. And well, in that moment, I felt pretty much overdressed for this hike. Then I got to an area with a lot of cows, and what surprised me is that they were so calm. You could stand to less than half a meter near them and they just didn't move. They didn't even acknowledge your presence. They were probably used to tourists and hikers, but it was still funny to be so close to them. Okay, some more cows, you get the idea. Up until this point, there were quite some people on the trail. I was never alone, but then I got to the last part of the trail and it started to be less crowded. I was actually all alone at the end. The hike took about 2 hours and then I was back in the town. The trail ended outside Zannenmöser, so I had to walk around 20 minutes to get to that town where my accommodation was. The place had this pond-like swimming pool. It was absolutely stunning. The scenery, it was beautiful. There was no one around, no music playing, just silence and the kind of light that blurs the borders between reality and dream. I laid down for a few minutes and just looked at the sky. Now, time for some swimming. So I swam a little bit, but not too long because the water was extremely cold. It was better suited for cold immersion, I would say, than just swimming for fun. Then I spent a little bit more time admiring the landscape and finally went to Gstaad. I walked around the town for 2 hours, I would say, and then I came back to my accommodation, went to sleep, and the next day went back to my place.